All right, headed to First Form HQ. Last night, me and my wife, we did a date night, and we always watch Dancing with the Stars. And what we do is we typically always order food just in, basically. We do DoorDash, which honestly probably isn't a great financial decision. However, we do it anyways. Let me fix this camera. And what we ordered last night was pizza, and I want to talk about how can you eat stuff like that and still lose weight, because it is doable. One of the biggest things that I did when I first started working to lose weight was just assume I had to cut all of that completely out, couldn't have any of it, it wasn't for me or anything like that. And it's not true. Do you have to cut back on it just a little bit? Yeah, you do. You can't eat it all the time, because then it's going to toss you into a calorie surplus, and then you're not going to lose weight like you want. So I do understand that side of it, but you can consume these things every now and then to stop the itch, so to speak. And that's always my thing, because I have a major sweet tooth, and I want to be able to eat cupcakes and ice cream and stuff like that. So how I approach this, and it might be different for you, but this is what I've seen work for me, is you can have one day out of the week where you kind of just screw off, so to speak. Now, if you see that screw off day completely messes up the rest of your habits and it causes you to completely fall off plan, then I would say, well, probably don't do it. But if it helps you stay on track and adhere the other 6 days out of the week, cool, do it. That's my big thing, is if you do stuff that allows you to adhere to the plan, hitting protein and calories all the other days, more times than not, well, then that is what you want to do. And for another example that I was thinking of is, okay, well, maybe you don't have just one massive cheat day like I do. Maybe what you have to do is eat things in smaller quantities. Like maybe you have it set up where you have like a candy bar a day or something like that, and keep it within your calories or something like that. And maybe that helps you out a lot from not just blowing your nutrition plan out of the water and putting yourself into a caloric surplus. So there's these little tricks that you can do to help make the journey a little bit easier, because the journey, there's always going to be tough spots, especially early on when you're trying to build habits. I mean, learning how to maybe track your food or meal plan or meal prep, workout, and then on top of this, manage it on everything else in life. Look, it's not easy. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, because for me, I mean, it's not easy waking up and working out every day. And I say every day, I usually do 2 or 3 rest days. Man, that sun is really bright. But the thing that I always work to do is, how can I make the journey just a little bit easier? Because for me, I'm not trying to be like an athlete or a bodybuilder or anything like that. Look, I'm just trying to stay healthy and have a life. And that's a large majority of people out there. And I know there's things that aren't necessarily optimal that I do, like eating the pizza on date night and things like that, because I had probably 5 slices, and then we also had the little garlic bites and everything like that. I understand I blew my calories out of the water. Honestly, I really don't care. My training is very high intensity right now, and I'm gonna be fine. In fact, it's like I probably needed to eat that, to be honest, to get the amount of calories that I need in. But for you, maybe you do something like that. It's not going to destroy your progress. It's not going to make you just gain all your weight back or anything like that. So you can't approach it with that mindset. So that's how you can actually eat pizza or wings or maybe a burger or ice cream or other things and still lose weight, is you can eat those things. You just have to be able to wiggle them into your plan in a way that fits for you that won't completely throw you off track. Now, early on, maybe you can't do that. Maybe you have to resist it for a little while till you get the habits established. If that's what you have to do, cool, do it. That's okay. That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. You got to do what works for you. So, yeah, this is where I encourage you to, man, like, don't, with the stuff you see online at times where people are like, you can't eat this, you can't eat that, like, this is bad for you, that's bad for you, like, this is the only thing that you can eat. Look, some of that is true, and I'm not necessarily saying they're all lying, but a lot of them are just at a point in their life where they can optimize things really, really well, and they can cut out a bunch of those things. But for the large majority of people, like myself included, I'm not going to cut out artificial sweeteners or colors or dyes or things like that. It's like, I'm just not. It's unrealistic for me in my life with a family and with the work schedule and everything like that. It's not going to work for me. So with that, I encourage y'all to really, as you're on your weight loss journey, and that's the whole point of this YouTube channel is, well, really, I lost my train of thought there, but I haven't had any caffeine yet today either. But the whole point of the YouTube channel is to give y'all the information you need to see success on a weight loss journey. And this is targeted towards people who are busy like myself, who are working 10, 12 hours a day and maybe have a family or something like that. Look, that's me. It's like trying to fit everything in. It's not easy. I have to be pretty disciplined at times, or pretty disciplined. And look, there's some times where things get a little off whack. Sometimes I'm really, really far one way with the workout side of things, and another time I shift really hard one way and I'm like spending more time at work and stuff like that, and then I have to shift a little bit of time back and be with the family. So we're never going to be perfect with it. It's always just about how can you do the best with what's right in front of you at the current moment, and stay as fully present as possible, stay as focused on that thing as possible. That's the thing that's really helped me. But yes, you can still lose weight and eat pizza. Yeah, you can definitely do that. The big thing is, the thing that will give you the freedom to do that, this is my opinion, track your macros. Seriously, like, track your food, because I know some people, like a lot of people are like, well, it's a headache. Yeah, it's because you're just having to learn how to do it. But you got to be able to manage what you're putting into your mouth and putting into your body. Because look, here's the thing. I mean, if you're not going to follow a strict meal plan, if you're not going to track your macros, if you're not going to do some type of a method where you can manage the food that you're eating, well, then you're not going to lose the weight. It's like, you will not lose the weight. Because if you cannot manage it and measure it, well, then guess what? It's like you don't know what you're taking in, and you're going to be stuck in the same exact spot, which obviously is not what you want. So I guess I'm just rambling at this point, but I'll just keep going. It doesn't really matter. But I would say that's step one with all this, is really make sure you do track your food, and then that will let you start to understand where you're at with your calories for the day. Like my wife, this is a good example. So she tracks her food religiously. So she uses the First Form app. I use the First Form app. Obviously makes sense because I work at First Form, but I've just used the app for years, even before I was with him, and I love it. But with this, she tracks her food, and yesterday she had a certain amount of pizza she could eat that would not make her go over her calories. So that's what she stuck to. She stuck to that. She didn't go over that, and she still had a good time. She still ate, a couple pieces of pizza, and a couple of the garlic bites, and it worked out great. So if you're tracking your food, well, then it'll allow you to fit things into the plan and still stay on track. For her, since she's still breastfeeding our daughter, Layla, well, she has to make sure she doesn't go like cut back too much on what she's eating, because then it'll affect her milk supply and everything like that. But that's the thing that set her up for success, and me, and it also will set you up for success. But you have to be able to continuously work on that piece. So that's what I got for y'all. Then last thing I would say with all this too, just like I was talking about earlier, the journey's hard, and you have to do things that make it a little bit easier for you. And if that means having some of the pizza from time to time, or maybe a little bit of ice cream, so be it. Okay, just do it. If you mess up a day, just get back on track. None of us are perfect. I mean, look, I probably should have gotten up and worked out today, and I listened to my feelings today. Tired, okay, whoop-de-doo. It's like I'm not beating myself up about it. It's like I've already worked out 3 times this week, and I'm going to work out tomorrow. I got to work out I've worked out 2 times. So worked out 2 times, got workout tomorrow, and I got to work out Saturday, and then I'm going to have another workout Sunday. Boom, 5 days. So I'm like, whoop-de-doo, I really don't care, because that is where I'm still going to get movement in. I'm still going to be able to stay on track. So don't beat yourself up if things aren't completely perfect. One little mess up, one thing isn't going to destroy your progress completely, and you just have to remember that piece and really keep going and keep cranking. So, but hopefully this video was helpful. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. That would mean the world to me, because I want to continue to put out information and just reach as many people as I can, because that's something for me that's really important. Is just being able to change people's lives and give information away for free. So if y'all did that, that would mean the world to me. So then we can just push this message out. And if y'all need something, reach out. Seriously, reach out. Don't go through the journey alone. I am here to help. There's other people that are here to help. I will gladly give advice and everything like that and not charge for it. I do not care. I do this because I want to make as big of an impact as I can. But have an amazing day. Have a great rest of y'all's week, and God bless.